We are getting much closer to actually doing what you thought you would do when you joined the 6 week challenge, which is actually writing down what your goal is going to be for the next 6 weeks. Your mind is clear. You've got no busyness, no overwhelm because you've done the mind flush. You've thought just a little bit bigger because you've written down 30 things that you would love to achieve in your life. Now it's actually time to write down what your goal is going to be. But the first question I have to ask is, do you still have the same goal? I like to journal, and what I find sometimes when I start journaling, I think, oh, I'm just sad. I don't know why. But then I journal and then I figure out actually, 100 reasons why I'm sad. It's kind of the same with goals. You think you want to hit one goal, but then when you start writing down all the things that you really want to achieve, your original goal kind of changes slightly. The examples that I use in the guide is, for example, you may have come into this challenge wanting to hit a work goal, maybe a revenue goal, a sales goal, or something like that, and you're just lacking motivation, and you're hoping that this challenge will give you that motivation, which it will. But what you might realize, having written down 30 things that you would love to achieve, is that you actually hate your job, and your real motivation and your real goal is to get a new job. So instead of trying to figure out how you're going to hit your revenue goal or your sales goal, if you set the goal of getting a new job, it would be way more motivational and you'd be inspired, and you may actually work much harder and hit all your revenue goals or sales goals in your current job, just so that you can get a great reference for the future job that you're aiming for. Kind of the same thing, if your house is not picked up, if you've got unfinished projects around the house or in the yard that you just can't find the motivation to complete. When you write down your list of 30 things that you want to achieve, you may have realized that actually the reason you're not picking up around your house or finishing all these projects is because you just don't like where you live. And to set the goal to save for a deposit on a house, even if it takes a long time, will be much more motivational for you than trying to set a goal to finish those projects around the house. You may even get those jobs done because you are looking to sell your house or move out of your house, so you need to get all those jobs completed. So that is the real goal of writing down the 30 things that you would like to achieve, because it confirms to you that yes, you have set the right goal, or else you can just kind of pivot a little bit and figure out what your real goal should be. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you decided that yes, your goal is still the original goal that you wanted to achieve. If, for example, you came into this challenge wanting to spend less time on social media, you can then go back to your mind flush and look at some of the things that you need to achieve. And you also can look at your 30 things, your dream list. And you can say, well, if I'm spending less time on social media, maybe I can start that new hobby, or maybe I can spend the time that I was spending on social media doing things with my kids or my spouse to improve my relationship. You can try and multitask like that and combine your goal with some of the other things that you want to achieve or need to get done from your mind flush. And then the third thing that you need to do before you set your goal or decide that you definitely have set the right goal is to be brave. We all have areas where we excel. There's certain things that just come naturally to us. You may be naturally organized. You may be naturally, sporty and love physical challenges, or you may just be someone who loves to, clean or pick up their house. There's certain things come really easily to us. There are other things that we all struggle with. I heard once a quote that said, we always compare our weaknesses to other people's strengths. And this is so true. The things that I struggle with, I compare with things that other people do really well. So for example, I always struggle with my weight. I have no problem setting career goals, organizational goals, training goals. But for me to actually stick to a diet plan is very difficult. That's, what I struggle with. So when you set your goal, look at the areas that you struggle with. Is it a health and fitness goal? Is it a finance goal? Do you have no savings? Is your debt out of control? Are some of your relationships suffering? Do you need to work on relationships? Or is it career? Whatever you are struggling with the most, I really encourage you to be brave and set a goal based around something that bothers you the most. Because you're going to have me here coaching you through the next 6 weeks. So this is the perfect time to set that goal that really can change your life, even if it's very difficult. I have committed to losing 15 pounds in the next 6 weeks, even though it's Thanksgiving, it's coming right up to Christmas, because that's the thing that bothers me most at the moment. So make sure that you have set a goal that that actually motivates you, that it's the right goal. See if you can combine it with achieving some other things, and be brave and set a goal that really is going to impact your life. And I will see you in the next video where we'll actually start planning to hit that goal.